there, Wildcats, and welcome to your one-stop shop for everything happening at Lincoln Middle School. You've officially tuned into episode 9 of Lincoln WildCAST. We have a brand new group of 8th graders coming at you with some familiar and some brand new segments. In today's show, we'll get you a LMS fall sports recap in our Wildcat Sports Center. You'll get a good laugh from knee slappers, and you'll hear from Chloe and Lily on what's trending. Finola and Janessa will share their book of the week, and you'll hear from the Wildcat Rizzlers in this week's LMS Rizz. You'll also get to jump into a new language and culture with our first installment of Learning Greek. Plus, we have the first ever Wildcat IQ game show where you, the listener, gets to decide who wins. Finally, we will hear from our special guest this week. We have everyone's favorite PRO, Officer Coty Shingleton.
From the roar of the crowd of the game to the quiet of the library, we're here to bring you the stories that matter most. So, let's get the show on the road by kicking it over to our Wildcat Sports Center team to recap our fall sports.
Welcome to the Wildcat Sports Center.
Today we will be doing a fall sports recap.
First, we are going to start with football. Football didn't have the season they imagined, but they persevered through it. Their record was 0-8.
Up next is volleyball with the record of 4-17. The team had a tough run, but they did the best that they could. Let's kick it to the girls' soccer.
The girls' record was 8-5-1. The team has improved so much since last season. Most of the goals have come from Ayla Harmon.
Next, we will cover boys soccer. Their record was 3-7-1. This was their first season, so you could say it went well for the new team.
Lastly, we will talk about cross country. Overall, they had a great season. The girls placed first in county. Maddie Drainer was the top medalist for girls, and Easton Perrine was the top medalist for boys.
That's a wrap on our Sports Center segment.
Next, let's hear from Chloe and Lily for what's trending, plus Janessa and Finola for a book of the week.
Hey everyone, and welcome to What's Trending.
Today we will be reviewing the movie The Black Phone and the music artist Billie Eilish.
Starting with the movie, but first, this movie is rated for mature audiences only, so make sure to ask your parent or guardian before you watch.
The Black Phone came out in 2022, starring Mason Thames, Madeline McGraw, and Ethan Hawke as the grabber.
We both have seen it, and we really recommend watching it. It's technically a horror movie, but the kids end up saving the day in the end.
So Chloe,
Yes?
who's your favorite character?
I liked either the grabber or Robin. The grabber was a really good bad guy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Miguel Mora and Ethan Hawke were perfect for them.
And the second one came out October 17th, right?
Yeah, it did. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have. How about you?
Yeah, I did. It was so good.
Okay, so for the first Black Phone, I rated a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, me too. It was really good.
Now on to the singer Billie Eilish.
I listen to some of her songs.
Yeah, they seem pretty gloomy, but have beautiful meanings, and her voice is incredible.
In my opinion, her song When the Party's Over is some of her best work.
Good choice. I love Billie Bossa Nova. It's super chill, and I always listen to it when I'm studying.
That's all for What's Trending. We'll see you next time for another singer and movie review.
That's right. Bye.
Welcome to the first edition of Book of the Week. This is where we tell you one of our favorite books and give you a brief summary of the plot.
This week's book is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Join middle schooler Percy Jackson, where his world is flipped upside down when he learns that the Greek myths he's been learning about are real.
The author is Rick Riordan. He is a #1 New York Times bestselling author of the Percy Jackson series. The Lightning Thief has sold over 1.2 million copies. It was published in 2005 on June 28th.
Thanks for joining us for this week's book. Tune in next time for a new book.
Up next, we will go over to Knee Slappers for your weekly dose of dad jokes and fun facts.
Welcome to Knee Slappers, where we slap the jokes out of our knees.
Hey Layla, I used to be afraid of speed bumps.
That's odd. Why?
I never knew how to get over them.
Do mummies prefer white bread or wheat?
I'm guessing wheat.
Nah, it's definitely white bread. No, they actually always prefer a wrap.
Did you know the human circulatory system stretches out 60,000 miles?
That's cool. That's all for Knee Slappers. See you next time.
Next, we have our Wildcat Rizzlers giving you the best lines to increase your aura.
Welcome to one of our favorite segments, LMS Rizz. If you want to rizz up your crush, use these pickup lines. If I had $1 every time I thought about you, I would have $6-7 million.
6-7?
Are you an alien? Because you just abducted my heart.
I feel the Rizz in the air.
If you use these pickup lines, you get 100 aura points. Thank you for joining us on LMS Rizz.
Up next, let's hear from Finola for our Greek word of the week.
Welcome to Learning Greek, where I, Finola, a second-generation Greek girl, will give you a Greek word a week.
Well, then what's this week's word?
Yeah, what is it? I'm glad you asked. This week's word is yasu. It means hi. Okay, Jacob, repeat after me. Yasu.
Yasu. Nah, I can't say that.
It's okay. You'll get it next time.
Join us next time for a new word.
Next, come on down. You're the next contestant on Wildcat IQ.
All right, Wildcats, it's time for one of our favorite segments, Wildcat IQ. This is a game where we test your IQ and see your wacky answers. Our first contestant is Grant Roby.
Would you rather dance everywhere or sing everything?
Dance everywhere.
Would you rather have spaghetti hair or syrup sweat?
Spaghetti hair.
Would you rather be invisible or fly?
Be invisible.
Our second contestant is Toby Prangler.
Would you rather dance everywhere or sing everything?
Dance everywhere.
Would you rather have spaghetti hair or syrup sweat?
Syrup sweat.
Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Be invisible.
Our third contestant is Noah Ackley.
Would you rather dance everywhere or sing everything?
Dance everywhere.
Would you rather have spaghetti hair or syrup sweat?
Spaghetti hair.
Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Fly.
You can vote for your favorite contestant on our Spotify. Thank you for visiting us on the Wildcat IQ.
Next, we are going to kick it over to our WildCast interview team with special guest Officer Coty Shingleton.
Welcome to the LMS interview segment. This week we are interviewing Officer Coty Shingleton. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, guys.
First question, Officer Shingleton, how long have you been a police officer and what made you want to become one?
I have been a police officer for a little over 16 years. I graduated from Lincoln High School in 2008, and I became a deputy sheriff for Harrison County in 2009. So it really wasn't long after I graduated high school. And the reason being, one of the big reasons was my father was also a deputy sheriff for Harrison County. He's a retired lieutenant now, but so I kind of grew up with it my whole life and been around it. So I kind of knew I was geared towards sort of the first responder career.
That's interesting.
Tell us about a time you had to make a difficult decision on the job. What would you consider to be the most challenging part of your job?
There's a lot of difficult decisions that have to be made every day. And two sides for me. There's like the patrol side, what I do out on patrol, and then like things I do in the school system and things. An example would be something we got to deal with a lot just in law enforcement is like, when do you go apprehend a bad guy, if you will? If there's someone that's dangerous, there's a lot goes into like a decision has to be made is when do we get this person? When is it safest for the community that could be around this subject? When is it safest for the officers? Things like that. So there's a lot of thought that goes into things like that no one really thinks of. There's always a kind of a game plan before. As far as the most challenging part of the job, I think something that is very difficult, that it's really, I don't even know how I would teach it to younger officers. It's just something you kind of pick up over time but as a police officer, you're always dealing with someone at different emotions. You could be on a crime scene or a car crash scene, and some people are very emotional. Some people are very upset. Some people are angry. Some people are sad. Some people may be intoxicated. So you're dealing with a lot of different emotions all at once. And sometimes in a shift, you could deal with several different in one shift. So it's the constant kind of readjusting to how you deal with people.
On the opposite end, what would you consider to be the most rewarding part of your job?
There's definitely a lot of rewarding things. Kind of one answer that I like to always sum up is that When you're a police officer, you're always dealing with people on their worst day. Typically if you call 911, something bad has happened. Maybe it'd be a major thing, maybe it'd be kind of a small thing, but you typically to that person, like their day is going really bad. Their world around them is crashing. So me as a police officer, the one that shows up, if I can kind of spin that around and kind of, make their day better, make whatever the incident is, make it a little better going forward, make them laugh in some sort of way. That's the most rewarding for me. If I could approach someone on their worst day, and by the time I leave, they're feeling a lot better about the situation.
Can you tell us a bit about your training to become a police officer? What was that like?
So to become a police officer in the state of West Virginia, you have to get certified through the West Virginia State Police Academy. For us, that is 16 weeks. You kind of go through it's sort of like boot camp, but for police officers. You stay there through the week, Monday through Friday. You have to come back on Sundays. It's very, very military-like, a lot of PT, a lot of running, push-ups, getting yelled at, all that stuff, a lot of class work. So once you graduate that, you go back to your department and have what's called an FTO program, where your department trains you. And that program lasts about 6 months or so. And then they train you to be a police officer out in the field.
How has policing changed during your time on the force?
It has definitely changed a lot in 16 years. Just from our equipment to just the way kind of the public portrays police officers and things like that. It's definitely different, but it's still a rewarding job. A lot of things are the same, but a lot of things are different. For me, I come in at a time where things were still a lot of our stuff was still done on paper, and now everything we deal is on a computer. And I'm not really a great cyber person. I'm not good with computers, so I'm constantly adapting to that every day. That everything I have to do has to be entered in a computer, not just a form that I throw in a mailbox. So a lot of that has changed.
Final question, Officer Coty, what would you tell younger people who want to become a police officer?
I would definitely recommend it. It is a job that is, there's a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of birthday parties you'll miss. You'll be working Christmas, weekends, things like that. So there's a lot of sacrifice to it, but it's very rewarding. And at the end of the day, I know a lot of people do not want to be in law enforcement anymore, but I always tell people, hey, someone's got to do it. If my grandma calls because something is wrong, I need somebody to show up. But I would focus, as far as academics, I would focus a lot on like English and history, because a lot of things that you do, apply to different like search and seizure laws, like different amendments, things like that. And like I said earlier, everything has to be typed out, everything you do. So pay attention in English. That'll definitely help you in all your report writing.
Do you have any final thoughts, Officer Shingleton?
Well, I just wanted to say, I really love what you guys are doing. I've listened to a lot of these so far. I haven't listened to all of them yet, but I think I've got about 90% of them so far. And I really love what you guys are doing, putting this information out to the community. And it's very enjoyable for me to see my students doing something so cool, and something they take such great pride in.
Thank you for your time, Officer Shingleton, and we hope to speak to you again soon. Thank you, Wildcats, for joining us on this week's special guest interview.
Finally, let's go to our WildCast news team to wrap up our show.
Welcome, Wildcats, to your daily guide through the jungle we call Lincoln Middle School. In a world full of noise, we're here to bring you the stories that matter most. You're listening to your official news dispatch, the Wildcats News. Here are your announcements.
The Change Your State app challenge continues this week. Make sure you are completing your goals each day and logging into the app to record your progress. It's not too late to win prizes.
During Grab and Go, Counselor's Quick Stop will be open by the front doors with a selection of deodorants, toothbrushes, toothpaste, notebook, pencils, and backpacks.
Reminder, girls basketball tryouts will begin on Monday, November 3rd from 3 to 5 p.m. You must have proof of a 2.0 GPA on your last report card and a current West Virginia SSAC sports physical date on or after May 1st of 2025. Copies for physicals and information sheets are on the table outside of the office.
Next Friday, we will be traveling to RCB for our theater production. Please make sure you are on your best behavior and representing our school well.
On Thursday, November 6th, the LMS 7th and 8th grade band will be holding a concert at 6:30 p.m. to honor our nation's veterans. Please consider coming out to the LHS auditorium to support our band and donate for the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility in Clarksburg, West Virginia.
That's it for our announcements. Now let's see what's for lunch. And now's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's everyone's favorite segment. Here's what's for lunch. On Monday, November 3rd, we are having chicken nuggets, tater tots, and carrots with dip. On Tuesday, November 4th, we are having pizza. On Wednesday, November 5th, we are having Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. On Thursday, November 6th, we are having hot dogs, baked beans, and fries. On Friday, November 7th, we are having loaded taters and steamed broccoli. That's what's for lunch. As always, thank you to our wonderful cooks for keeping us fed and ready to take on the day. Thanks for joining us on the WildCast News, and thank you for listening. Stay wild, and we'll see you next time on the Lincoln WildCAST.